Good morning, everyone. What is going on? Happy Father's Day. Welcome back to another episode of the South Florida Gamers Podcast. I am your host, the Silverback Senpai, and joining me is our guest, DiscoDude.
What's going on, y'all? How's it going?
There, Waluigi isn't here with us today, unfortunately, but he is here with us in spirit, and I gotta fix that camera because it's not showing more of you.
Oh, no, it's all good, man.
It's showing more of
What camera am I looking at? If I have
this
to,
one.
that one. Okay.
Yeah, because I want to make sure that you look good on it.
My dog. Good looks. Good looks. I try, man. I try. Nah, man. I love the setup you got here for real. It's really nice.
There we go. All right. Hey, Joy-Con, what is going on?
Is that boy?
Yes,
Yo,
sir.
Let's go, Joy-Con. Hell yeah.
What is going on, Joy-Con? All right, this episode of the podcast is going to be on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and Anchor for our audio-only listeners. And, of course, the video playback is going to be available on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, of course, once the stream is over, if you missed out on anything. So, that being said, DiscoDude, welcome. Good morning.
Thanks for having me. Glad to be here, man.
Yeah, man. So, as our usual tradition that we have, we always ask our guests, what is it that brought them into gaming? Like, we want to hear your origin story, like from the very beginning up until now. Like, give us your origin story on what is it that got you into gaming?
Okay, so I would say it first started with the Game Boy back when I was, I'd say, 3 years old. I had a Game Boy Color.
Right.
To my memory, that was the first ever console I ever had. My dad growing up also loved video games, and my mom to an extent, her favorite is Sonic the Hedgehog. She always said she was really good at it, the whole thing. So they got me into video games when I was 3 years old, and then from there I went to the Game Boy Advance, and then I got a PS2. First game on that was Gran Turismo. You know Gran Turismo.
Yeah,
yeah.
I believe it.
So just the racing simulator kind of games, and I loved it as a kid. And just throughout my life, I've always just kind of kept up with it, and I didn't really start truly understanding what video games had to offer and exploring up until about, I would say, even 3-4 years ago, to tell you the truth. So I just how would I say?
Oh, bring the mic a little bit closer to
A
you.
little closer? Sure. This is better?
A little bit more.
A little bit more. Better?
A little bit more.
A little bit more.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, cool.
I'll just turn up the gain on you, so you go.
Okay, so let's see. It's when, like I said, 3-4 years ago is when I started to understand what genres were, what different genres had to offer, and just kind of starting to diversify my pool in terms of what I played. Like, for example, from elementary school to let's go to middle school. So first through fifth. Let's do first through fifth.
All right.
I played a lot of games say Sly Cooper.
Yeah.
Oh my god, classics.
Classic game.
Crash Bandicoot, another classic.
Yeah.
And then a lot of superhero games. Spider-Man 2 on the PS2.
Oh, yeah.
Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That is a classic
oh
one.
My
oh
gosh.
yeah, that is classic. I love that game.
Yes,
that was the
absolutely.
one game on the PS2 where I could literally just go around and just fuck everything up. Just destroy buildings.
Dude, yes.
And it was on the PS2. We didn't get a game like that maybe on the PS3 but some of the superhero games was you couldn't destroy much, you couldn't do much, and it was you gave us this level back in the PS2 era. Why couldn't we have it on the PS3 and furthermore?
Dude, tell me about it. Okay, so speaking of Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction, do you remember the Hulk game that was licensed with the movie? I don't know if you remember it.
No.
Okay, so it was a level-based game where you go through levels, and you either played as Hulk or Bruce Banner.
Right.
Hulk stages where you fight enemies. Not so much destruction. Yeah, you took apart parts of the stage and you hit enemies kind of deal. And it was kind of cool in its regard. And then the Bruce Banner stages were stealth stages where you're infiltrating a base full of soldiers who just absolutely beat your ass. No qualms. So you had to rely on stealth and learning how to navigate through the level and the whole thing. It was cool for its own concept. It was actually one of my favorite superhero games. but then Ultimate Destruction came out.
Oh yeah.
And I was just like, oh, cool, a new Hulk game. And I'm thinking this is going to be level based. And I'm like, wait, I can run around the city?
Yes.
And then all of a sudden I pick up a car, ripped it in half, and it just turned into a bunch of steel fists, and I lost it. After that moment, I fell in love with the game, and I will always have it treasured in my heart.
Yeah, that was one of the best superhero games that was on the PS2 era, PS2, GameCube. I think it was on Xbox as well, if I'm not
I think it was on Xbox too. Yeah. I actually have a GameCube emulator, and I have it downloaded. I'm just waiting to like get a proper controller so I can play it. So I want to get like one of those that you just like Bluetooth, but they're on the side, so it kind of plays like a Switch. That's what I'm trying to get, but that'll come in its due time. So yeah, that was like elementary school, I would say. Middle school is when I got introduced to like Call of Duty, and so. You know, the classic MW2,
Oh,
me with
bro.
the boys.
Yes,
it
sir.
gets toxic, man. It gets so toxic.
Oh, God, bro. I was there. I was there throughout the whole thing when
Yeah.
Modern Warfare 2 was a thing. And, bro, like late night, whether you were on the PlayStation 3 or the Xbox 360, you're just up there late at night with your boys up until 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
Just either playing Search and Destroy, Team Deathmatch, or Ground War.
Ground War, yeah. In case you got a real big party, yeah. Yeah, Modern Warfare 2 was really sick. It's still one of my favorite Call of Duties, for this time. I think it just, like, apart from noob tubing, because, yeah, it's a strategy, but, like, bro, come on, you just press one button. At least with other guns, you have to press another button. Know, L2 or left trigger or left bumper. Which one is it for Xbox? You remember?
It was right bumper or left bumper for one of them.
Okay.
I know on Xbox it was the triggers, and then you also had
the
bumpers
grenades in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because the PS4, Xbox One generation, they flipped it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, I would play with my boys, and oh man, I would get so heated at that game. I would get so heated because I always get noob tube, man.
Yeah.
One man army, bro. Noob tube, one man army. It was horrible.
Bro, and the worst part is usually when you get killed by noob tube and you're like, where the fuck where I get it from?
Bro.
And then you just see someone in the kill cam just launch it up, and then it just goes all in. I'm like, are you
toxic?
I'm like, bro, are you shitting me?
Yep. So I played a little bit of like COD. I didn't really play much of anything else in middle school. Yeah, I always had like my throwback games, the infamous games. You know about those?
Yes,
Yeah.
I loved Infamous 1 and
Cole
Infamous
McGrath,
2.
baby.
Yes.
Yep. The infamous games will forever be goated.
Yes.
In my book. If you haven't played them, please play the infamous
definitely.
games. For the love of God. PS Now, I think, they have it where you can stream it. Second Son is cheap as hell. They throw that on discount. It was free at one point. I highly recommend playing that series. 100%.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, high school, it was also like a little bit more Call of Duty, but I started to dabble with other things. It's not up until I reached college
Right.
that I was like, okay, now I'm starting to see what else in the video game world there is. So that's when I started, to like JRPGs. I always loved turn-based RPGs like Pokemon.
Same here.
Yeah, you can't go wrong. It's Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like everyone's Pikachu to people who don't play Pokemon.
Oh, yeah.
So
Because it's the most iconic character throughout the series.
yeah, exactly. So like you show like a 80-year-old grandma, hey grandma, who's this? Pikachu. It's like, all right, grandma, all right. But you know what? They understand that it's a Pokemon.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, like some turn-based JRPGs, some strategy games. I didn't really play many. I would say like Tropico 5 is really fun, really good strategy game. What else? The rest of them, I play mostly single-player games, to be honest with you. Like now, obviously, I play the Persona games. Like my first one was 5. I got
that was mine too. Ironically.
Yeah, I know. It's like the perfect game to like get into the series too. I was with my boys in Tallahassee, and music-wise, I listened to like it's in the name, but disco, funk, jazz, all of that kind of stuff. My friend Jordan Sizzler lives up in Tallahassee, and he goes, it's like, yo, you think you like the Persona OST, like for Persona 5? I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah, it's a lot of the music you listen to. So I said, okay. I didn't actually give it a listen. I was just like, all right, you know what? I'll keep it in the back of my mind. Then Persona 5 was for $10 on the PlayStation Store. My friend goes, "That's a steal. Get it." I get it. Changed fucking everything. Everything changed from there. The game just blew me away with just the amount of details, the art, the music, the story. It's just overall concept. It's a beautiful game.
Oh yeah,
Beautiful.
yeah. Like when I got into Persona 5, like I was like, I don't know what this game is, but everyone is singing high praises about this game. So I was just like, all right, you know what? Fine, I'll bite the bullet. I'll try Persona 5. And the first, I would say, I forgot the gym teacher. I forgot his name or whatnot. Kamoshida, yeah.
That dude.
Like, I was like, okay. Like, once I got past him, I'm like, okay, now I'm, now my interest is getting a lot bigger and whatnot. And then when I moved from Kamoshida to the other guy to get Yusuke.
Yeah, Madarame.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, now I'm really liking this.
Yeah,
and then it just completely took off as I got the next character and the next character and the next, because now I'm interested in the story. And I'm like, where is this gonna keep going? Because this is good. Like, not only I'm playing the game, but I'm enjoying this story of this game, and it's keeping me very hooked into it.
Yeah, and not to mention just like the fighting is just straight up orgasmic, bro.
Yeah.
Like this style that it has, I think like compared to the other Persona games, so I've played 4, played a little bit of 3. I'm actually playing 2 right now, and I love 2. It's so different from what it is now. Like what it is now is, I would say, the base of Persona 3 just expanded. But Persona 2 is very different. Amazing game as well. Wonderful. But yeah, like Persona 5 is just, I think, what Atlas always wanted Persona to be in regards to like its direction, where it goes and how it presents itself.
Yeah.
So I think from here they could only like really move up, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
And they at least have a concept that it works. It sells well, which sells well means we get more games.
Exactly.
And hopefully we get a new Persona fighting game, because I haven't played Ultimax and I'm dying to play it. But a new Persona fighting game would be pretty tight.
Yes.
Not gonna lie.
Yes, I agree. So Joy-Con in the chat on Twitch told me I need to hit you with the fuck, marry, kill.
What the fuck? What does that mean? Wait. The
Yeah.
fuck, marry, kill. Oh.
Yeah, because I hit him with it last week, so I got to hit you with it. All right, so fuck, marry, kill. Tei Takemi, Sadeo Kawakami, and Sai Nijima. Fuck, marry, kill.
Sai Nijima, marry. That's so hard. That's so hard. Because I love them all. I've always had like a thing for like, goth chicks.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Where Takemi comes, but Kawamami, man.
I know.
Kawamami, man. Like, she built different, bro.
Yes.
She got them, that teacher vibes. And, bro. Definitely Sai I would marry, because I know she would just be 100% loyal, committed to the end. That's just her character.
Yeah.
She's a very devoted person. She's driven to be successful. I'll take it. To fuck? I don't... You know what? I'll take Takemi. I feel like she's a little bit more of a freak in bed, straight up. Just like considering the characters. And then kill Kawamami. But,
damn.
But it's so tough, because no matter what, like something's always gonna be flawed.
Yeah.
Expect like for the kill part.
Yeah.
So damn you, Joy-Con. It's currently 9:47. I'm already in pain.
Joy-Con says I know. Because last week he killed off Sai Nijima.
Damn. Okay.
He married Tei Takemi, and then he fucked Kawakami. For me, I marry Sai Nijima.
Good man.
I'm fucking Kawakami, and then I had to kill off Tei Takemi.
You know what? Like, the thing is, when you think about it, those are 3 different answers, but none of them are wrong. None of them are wrong.
Yeah.
Like, they're just all great characters, and they're all hot, too. Like,
exactly.
That's the worst part. It's like, damn.
Oh, man. Like, that game, Persona 5, is just like, you wanted to keep going because you want to see to the end of it, because it's like you're literally watching an anime episode just happening, and you're just like hooked into it.
Yeah.
Because of the characters, the relationship that the main character have with everybody else, and you just want to see where is this going to keep going, because I'm in it for the full ride.
Yes.
I want to see the big end. And
it had a big ending.
Yeah.
It did. You played Royal as well?
I didn't.
You didn't? Oh, my dog.
Everyone's telling me to play
My
Royal,
dog.
but it's just like, man.
I think it's like $25 right now in the PlayStation Store.
It's going to be one of those games that's going to be my backlog that I'm going to play later down in line, because I got a shit ton of backlogs I got to go through. So.
That's fair. You at least played Vanilla 5, so you're at least good. But, man, Royal, man. Whew, let me tell you, I've never played a game where they just do one slightly different thing, and it's like playing the end has made me cry both times. I swear to God, I cried. The first time I played Persona 5, I cried because, one, it ended, and 2, because it had such like a wholesome ending when you do the true ending.
Yeah.
And 3 was very like just straight up badass, like how it happened. Like, should I just the game's the game's 5 years old. All right.
Yeah.
Shooting God in the face was pretty dope.
Yes.
It was pretty dope.
Yes.
Joker just pulled out the blicky and just dropped him in the face. He just dropped him in the face, bro. It was the most gangster shit ever. And that's actually how I started playing Joker in Smash. I actually used to hate Joker, straight up, before I played Persona 5. I was in Tallahassee during the time before playing the game, and I played DDD.
Right.
And then I go up against his Tags Noir, and he used to play Joker at that time. Very good player, very smart, great coach. And what's it called? And he destroyed me, like eviscerated me, because I'm used to being the second Harry's character. So I'm like, all right, I'm at like 120. I ain't gonna die to nothing. Or send back here.
Yeah.
And I died. I was like, what the fuck? And I hated everything about the character. I was like, this guy is corny. What is he, a high school character doing in Smash? I'm like, what is this? And then I played Persona, and I'm like, I see the light. Saw the light, bro. And yeah, ever since then, I've just been playing the character.
Oh, yeah. So, with your experience in gaming, what are you currently playing now?
The Yakuza series, bro. Full vouch.
I've heard so many good things about the Yakuza series. Everyone's telling me, yo, you should definitely get on Yakuza. It's really good.
Dude, you would love it. You would straight up love the Yakuza games. Like, I started off with Kiwami. It was 3 years ago. As a download for PlayStation Plus, I downloaded it. I'm like, this game seems like kind of tacky. I'm like, it's like, I think you can tell it's like a niche thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't know. My cousin's like, yo, you'll get in, like, you'll like it and the whole thing. And I'm like, all right, I'll have it in my library. And if I want to download and play one day, I'll do it. Took me like 2 years, like maybe even 3 years to go, all right, I'll give it a try. One of the best decisions I ever made. Right now, I'm on Yakuza 4. Mm-hmm. I beat Kiwami. I beat Yakuza 0, which is the prequel to Kiwami. Amazing game as well. Then Kiwami 2, Yakuza 3, forewarning. If you ever play the Yakuza series and get to that part, like that game, Yakuza 3, do not play the game on hard, because it's just obnoxious. Because it's like, in a way, it's a brawl. It's a game. All you do is brawl. Like, you literally run around the street and some guy goes, "Hey, yo, I like your jacket. Let's fight," and that's it. Like, straight up. And then it's 1-on-4. You beat the shit out of them. Like, you literally slam a bike on them.
Oh,
like
man.
A bicycle. It's crazy, yeah. And then they go like, "Hey, I'm sorry, you're pretty cool. Here's 20,000 yen." Yeah, dude, the game's like so out there. And the funniest thing is, I think it was up until I think Kiwami 2, where it was like they will start like actually having they will describe what you're getting in a very specific but weird way. Like, it was randomly generated. How would I say it? God, my English is flawed right now. But so say, for example, you beat the shit out of 4 guys, right?
Right.
They give you 20k yen, and they'll be like, "Oh, here's a cool 20,000 yen," or "Here's a well-made item," and so it just be randomly generated. So you don't know what you're getting. You just look and you're like, That sounds like oddly satisfying. I'm glad I beat the shit out of these guys, but what the fuck just happened? Yeah, so, and then in Yakuza 0, so it always works as like an XP system, but in what they did for 0 was whenever you hit enemies and you defeat enemies, you get money from that. And I'm talking like when the moment you punch a guy, like a shit ton of money is flying around.
Wow.
For absolutely no reason. And you use that money to upgrade. And then there's this character that you're going to learn to more than likely love because he's a fan favorite, Goro Majima. He's that dude. He's got 3 different fighting styles. He's got his own, like, kind of very neutral passive style. Mm-hmm. Then he breakdances. And then he goes to town with the bat, the baseball bat. And he's only got one eye.
Wow.
And when I say he goes to town, it is absolutely crazy. He uses a baseball bat like if it was a nunchuck, bro. He straight up, dude. He's got this one combo. One combo is you just press square over and over,
right?
And he just starts swinging it, bro. Like literally switching arm to arm, and it's like flipping, hitting the guy, and it's absolutely bonkers. Absolutely bonkers.
Okay, I definitely got to get into Yakuza.
Please.
I got to start buying them all up and just be like, all right, I'm gonna take the time to just play these games and enjoy them so that way I can get into the hype of it. Because if people told me the gospel of Persona 5 to the point where it's like, bro, this shit is good. This is a good-ass game. Like, I'm thinking, okay, it's just going to be a corny, cheesy JRPG. I was like, no.
Nah, and the story's actually good, too.
Yeah.
Like, Yakuza's story actually has, like, a well-written, thought-out, fleshed story. Like, even 3, for example, where I'll tell you, I thought the fighting mechanics for that game sucked because even if like you properly punish your opponent and you're trying to get a combo going, they just immediately block again, and then you barely have any tools to break the block, and then grabbing, yeah, that works like maybe once, but moves stale when you fight. So you actually have to mix it up. But yeah, the story in Yakuza 3 was fucking amazing, and that's what like drove me to finish the game because I straight up just like hated fighting in that game. I couldn't stand it. I'll be real. I'm like, man, I gotta fight again. Final boss was cake, actually cake, and I was like, hey, I hate this. It's the most Yakuza thing to happen. Give me 5 guys who are like super hard to fight for absolutely no reason.
Yeah.
But the final boss is an absolute cakewalk. But yeah, I vouch, bro. And the best part is too is that they throw very good sales on it. They throw very good sales.
I see that a lot on the PlayStation Store where if there's like either I think Bandai Namco sale or a JRPG sale, I'm always seeing Yakuza, I'm always seeing Persona, and I was like, I'll get it another time. I'll get it another time. Yeah, but eventually I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, no. That's how I do, man. To be honest with you, like, I very rarely buy video games full price.
Yeah.
Very, very rarely. The only few games were Kingdom Hearts 3 because that took 14 fucking years to come out. And I'm like, all right, this is the last game. Like, the ending better be a banger. Cliffhanger. They didn't want to end it. They didn't want to end it. They knew it was gonna sell. Piece of shit.
Bro, when I got the game, like myself, like many other people who play Kingdom Hearts, especially for me back in my high school years, like after 2 and beating 2, and I was like, yo, I cannot wait for 3. I cannot wait for, like, the hype is going to be real for it. And then you wait a couple of years. It doesn't come out on PS3. Is Kingdom Hearts going to come? Oh, it's still in development. And then finally in 2015, E3 2015, we finally get a trailer of Kingdom Hearts 3. Yes. And then we're going to, delay it. We're still going to drag it on out.
That took another, like 2 years, I think?
Yeah. And then finally it drops. I think it came out in, I believe, 2018.
I think 2018.
Yeah.
2018, 2019.
Yeah, early 2018. I'm happy. I'm excited. I played a game. I'm enjoying it. And then halfway through, I'm just like, what the fuck? And then all the way to the end, what the
Yeah, exactly. What the fuck?
Yeah, like, I was like, bro, I felt cheated as fuck. Like, this is what y'all giving me. A cliffhanger. And then, of course, there's also going to be DLC that's going to be attached to the story. I was like, motherfucker. I'm like, I'm one of those guys that wanted to see the end. Like, I want to see the end because it's been so long. Like, finish the game strong, give it a really good ending, and that's that. Move on to another new project. Because if you look at the story of Kingdom Hearts and all the other games that they have scattered on so many different platforms, you're just like,
it's almost like before the collection came out, I would say it was almost impossible. You had to shell out arguably hundreds of dollars because you would have to buy retro consoles, or at least emulate it, assuming you had a good PC or like a phone. But now I wouldn't even say phone. Back then it'd be a PC.
Right.
You had to emulate it, dude. Tell me about it. Like Kingdom Hearts 2. Actually, the first time I played that game was when I was in elementary school. It was the first time I played it. And of course, I didn't understand jack shit. I'm like, whoa, cool guy with key, hack and slash. I thought it was the coolest shit ever. And and after that, I played 358 Days Over 2. I think it's 358, right?
Yeah, 358 Days.
Yeah, I played that one. That was one of the few games that made me cry. Very, very good ending. Then I played...
There's Birth by Sleep.
Yeah, I played Birth by Sleep, but I played it with the collection when they did the 1.5, and then I played the 2.5, and then I got the full bundle. So Birth by Sleep was also amazing.
Yeah.
I love Birth by Sleep, like, tremendously. At first, it took me a little bit to, like, get into because it was very different combat style.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But, man, shit was tight.
Yeah. Birth by Sleep was good.
Between the three characters and, like, seeing how they all follow different paths, but all intertwines into one place, and then those three different paths end up, like, just fucking up everything down the line. It was absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy.
And then, of course, you also have Dream Drop Distance, where they released it on, I think, the DS.
Yeah, it was a 3DS game. Yep.
Yeah, and I'm just like, PS3 could use some love. I'm just saying. And then, of course, all right, we'll give you guys the HD collection of all the Kingdom Hearts games that we put into different platforms, like the Game Boy, like, the one with the card.
Chain of Memories.
Chain of Memories on the Game Boy. And I'm just like, the fuck is this? I'm like, the fuck is this?
That was horrible. I like played it for like 10 minutes. I said I hate this shit.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm just going to YouTube the story. Have someone break it down.
That's exactly what I did. I just
YouTube
the story. I'm like, I'm not putting myself through this like torture, because it's like, I don't know what the hell Tetsuya Nomura was thinking, changing up the style, like the gameplay style of the game. But 1, 2, it worked. Dream Drop Distance, it worked.
Birth by Sleep,
it worked. It worked.
358 Days Over 2, it
worked. Yeah. So stick to that. Don't change the shit. Like, leave it the way it is. You can improve it, make it better, make it more interesting. But don't drastically change it. And then with Kingdom Hearts 3, like, one of the most annoying things I got tired of, and then, of course, they finally made an update where you can finally turn it off, is those interaction rides.
Yeah, they were cool for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, cool, I'm on a Disney ride. Whee! And then I'm like, wait, this is kind of broken.
Yeah.
It's a little too broken. It's kind of busted.
Yeah. I was like, okay, this is getting tiring. Is there a way to just turn this shit off? And then the drive forms, which are completely different, are completely different.
Yeah.
They're not like how it was in Kingdom Hearts 2. I'm just like, can I have that? Like, that was a lot better. I enjoyed that more because at least it gave you the incentive of, okay, if I want to get the stronger version of Wisdom, Valor, Master, and Final, I'd have to not only use those forms, but level those up so that way I can get the maximum benefit.
Precisely. And then now it's just like, oh, now beat the shit out of him. Hey, you immediately leveled up. Oh, hey, you beat the shit out of him again. Oh, cool. Now you got yo-yos. Which I personally, I thought the design was cool, but I would definitely prefer that way. Like the limit form, Valor, just like actually leveling them up.
Yeah.
And just getting the benefits.
Yeah, and till this day, I will still say that Kingdom Hearts 2 was the highest pinnacle of Kingdom Hearts games. 3, what the fuck?
Yeah, I agree. And I really liked how Kingdom Hearts 3 played, despite some of his flaws like that, I thought like mechanically it worked really well.
Yeah.
I thought it was beautiful. It was fun. It was faster.
Yeah.
Which is what I like the most out of it. I love mashing Kingdom Hearts games.
Yeah.
It's not up until I played Critical Mode Level 1 Kingdom Key only that I was like, all right, I can't mash.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I can't mash. I'm gonna die. But yeah, no, like, but apart from all of that, it was just, dude, like you said, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Like, why did they give it that ending?
Yeah.
Like, out of everything. And then not to mention, no one's going to understand, like, so you remember the epilogue when it had that one person in the robes?
Yeah.
Who, like, was in Shibuya, right? They were in Shibuya, and they look at the moon, they make the heart, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Dog. One, no one actually knows who that is. But to even get an idea, you had to play the fucking mobile game, bro. Then this Union Key. Yeah, this Union Key, which was originally Japanese only.
Wow.
And then they had to port it and sub it, excuse me, to America. And they're still expanding on the game. They still are. It's like, guys, please.
I just wanted to end, like, end this game and end the series, start on something new. Tetsuya Norma, just stop.
Yeah,
please.
At this
Just
point,
stop.
it's just kind of getting milked.
Yeah.
And I love this series to death, but it's kind of getting milked. Like, we're also getting a TV show, which I totally forgot about. You remember that? Yeah.
No, I did not.
Yeah, we're getting a Kingdom Hearts TV show. This was announced like last year. And I was like, bro, what the fuck? Not gonna lie, if they made a Kingdom Hearts anime, I would watch it.
Yeah, I'd watch it.
I would watch it. I would love to see like Xemnas, like actually like looking like an anime character.
Yeah.
Apart from the video games, of course, means fucking Japan, and just all this absolute crazy artwork, which I think would have great potential. But no, it's gonna be some fucking TV show. I'm like, bruh.
And I also hated the fact that, since we're still on the topic of Kingdom Hearts 3, I also hated the fact that when it came to Xemnas, the other Ansem, and then Xehanort, the younger Xehanort, like the final fight with those guys was just fucking cakewalk. And I'm just like, these motherfuckers put me through stress in other games. And the other guy, Marluxia, fighting him.
Bro, Marluxia's such a cocksucker, bro.
Yeah, like
but
fighting.
not in 3.
But on 3, he was just cakewalk. I'm like, what? I'm like, okay, why am I beating these guys so easily when other games, they were a bitch to beat? Like, I'm expecting high level, high difficulty style boss fights with these guys. And this is what I'm getting. I'm like, oh, this is fucking trash.
Oh, no, the best one is, so it's when you fight up against, I forgot, Isa's nobody. Is this Sai or Saix? S-A-I-X with 2 dots on the I.
Oh.
You know?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
The guy with the big hammer, blade-looking weapon.
Do you know how I beat that fight?
How?
All you do is fly around. Literally, all you do is glide around a circle where he can't reach you. Because Roxas and Xeon can't fucking die. And so all they do is beat him for you.
Wow, I did not know that because I fought him.
That's all you do is glide around a circle. Because the first time I'm like, when I did my run on the critical, whole thing, blah, 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 I was like, yeah, you know what? I overcommitted these times. And I'm like, wait a minute. And I noticed something. I'm like, Roxas doesn't die. I literally saw this man get comboed with, like, a fraction of health. I'm like, he didn't die. So I kind of started flying around the circle. And I just kept observing his health bar. And it just kept diminishing. And then I look at Roxas and Xeons. And they don't die. And they beat it for me.
Wow.
It was like a 2-minute boss fight with me just flying around the circle. And the guy was just going, and like pounding his giant hammer all around the stage. And I was like, that's cool, man. If only like you could actually reach me. And like keep up too. It was just, that was probably like the worst boss I've ever fought. Like straight up.
Yeah.
If there's a boss where you have companions that don't die and they do the work for you, all you gotta do is hold the circle button and rotate a stick around the stage. Like, dog.
Kingdom Hearts 2, he was a pain in the ass to beat.
Oh, yeah, he was. It was, oh my gosh, horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Especially on a more difficulty, he was a bitch to beat. And then you play him in Kingdom Hearts 3, you're just like, wow.
He's baby.
Yeah.
He's straight baby. Yep.
I'm just like, wow, they completely just. Wow, now I have a different perspective on these characters that I remember back in previous games that were a bitch to beat. You play it in Kingdom Hearts 3, it's just like, oh, just completely cakewalk.
Mm-hmm.
That was another huge disappointment for me with Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah. Yeah. Still love the series though forever.
Yeah.
Always will. I have to paint it black, but for not this Halloween, 2 Halloweens ago,
Right.
I cosplayed as Roxas. Dressed up as Roxas actors. I wasn't like full, but I had this all black shirt with just a hood on, and I took black pants and like the most blacked out shoes I got, and I had the Oblivion. And I would just strut around.
Nice.
Yep, bro. It was actually for Smash we had bracket on Halloween, and so everyone came dressed as their characters. But some like they actually went out. Others were just like college low budget kind of deal. But you could get the concept, and it was cool.
Yeah,
it was cool. So I fit like right there because the only thing I bought was the Keyblade.
Right.
And like it was the attention getter. Everyone was like, "Yo, is that the Oblivion?" And I was like, "Yes, sir. Yes, sir." And everyone would just like kind of hold it and like swing it around a little bit. And I'm like, "Yeah, feel the power of darkness. Live in the darkness, bro. Live in it." So yeah, I have it now. Like I have to, like I said, I have to black it all out because it's kind of like this silver chrome color, which isn't the color of the Keyblade, but that's just how it came. I'm like, all right, so I'm just gonna paint it all black, and it's hanging on my wall as a little decor.
Nice, love it.
Yes, man.
So tell me, what got you into Smash, or at least in a competitive way?
Okay. So years ago, I used to go to this vape shop. It was called University Vape in Davie, and they had a TV, a Wii U, and Smash 4 specifically.
Right.
And so I made friends with a few of my guys there. Shout out to Andy and Josh. We were the 3 who like really got into playing it. Andy played Samus. Josh at that time played Bayonetta.
I've heard about how broken she was in Smash 4.
Bro. I didn't even like play competitively, and I just don't ever want to deal with that ever again. I can't even imagine from like a competitive point. And I played DDD actually.
Right.
I never found a character I was like really comfortable with, and I'm like, DDD. I'm like, okay, I hadn't played the Kirby series at the time. But I'm like, hey, this guy's he's happy. That's how I try to be. Okay.
Yeah.
And then I was actually like kind of decent with him, and then from there on, like, Andy kind of taught me how to play because he used to dabble a little bit in competitive, and then Ultimate came out, and at that point I was working for that vape shop. So we bought Ultimate at midnight, and we grinded till 7 p.m. 7 a.m. Excuse me, 7 a.m. because the game comes out on Tuesday. We had brackets on Wednesday. So we had to grind out to like 7 a.m. just to get all the characters. So me and my friend, it was fun because we just kind of like dabbled with everyone,
Yeah.
The whole thing. And I was like, yo, DDD's busted. Like, I could actually just buffer stuff and whatnot. I didn't know what buffering meant, but I could just press and hold the button and it did it. So like, oh, this is so cool, and the whole thing, whatever. And yeah, I played DDD, and then that's when the 3 of us decided to play competitive. Andy, he stuck with Samus. Josh started playing Wii Fit Trainer. And from there, yeah, we would go to Tate's. It was on Fridays. Fridays. I would go after work. We'd all ride out. Excuse me. And yeah, we'd just go and have fun. That's how I kind of got into it. Actually, I saw Lau yesterday. We met up for like the first time in like years. This was back when him and we used to go at it for amateur bracket. Like, I think it ended up being like, total set counts, like tied 1-1 or 2-1 him. I don't really remember. But yeah, we reconnected then. But anywho, got into it and dabbled more, kept going. And then I moved to Tallahassee, and new area. I didn't really, I obviously had no friends.
Yeah.
So I was just like, you know what? I heard there's a Smash scene up here. Let me reach out. So I reached out. I made my friends there. And, oh, man, we would have just grind sessions, man. We're up to like 3-4 in the morning grinding.
Man.
I'm out here grinding with fucking DDD, bro. While everyone else is playing Yoshi, Rob, all these other good characters. And I'm out here playing a low tier and complaining. Just straight complaining. And like I can't even like imagine how I played back then. And just like I see why I got my ass beat because I'm trying to become like a much more fundamentally sound player.
Yeah.
But dude, we were degenerates, bro. Degenerates. And they introduced me to like they told me about events and we would have like gatherings like when we watched Genesis 7.
Mm-hmm.
It was also buy one dozen get another dozen for $1 at Krispy Kreme. So we literally bought just 2 dozens of Krispy Kreme donuts and we just vibed and watched Genesis and it was super hype. We've done that. We used to drink and party, also playing Smash, and we will travel to Gainesville and Jacksonville for tournaments. So Gainesville, which they're coming back. Shout outs to CAX. Gainesville Stock Exchange. So, what's it called? I used to go with my friend Bert. His name's Brad, but we call him Bert, and Luigi player. We were just good friends, and he would always go. So I'd be like, "Hey, can I ride with you?" And he's just sure. So we would just ride with him, and we would go. We'd play. And do you know anything about the Gainesville scene?
No. First time hearing it.
The most cursed shit I've ever fucking seen. Now, when I mean cursed, I mean cursed. So it was in a lecture hall. So you know how lecture halls, just like the desk are like, slanted, all of that. You got the chairs, the whole thing,
Yeah.
There were like 4 monitors. And Airport can vouch for this. I saw in 4 in a row Pokemon Trainer windscreens. And then at that time, there were 3 Pac-Man, I don't know how you call it, who were all good. There was Six Mastered Poet, and I forgot the other gentleman, but I know there was one more. And that same night, too, they also had like a projector where they would show the stream. So it was like really cool. It was big. No matter where you were, you can watch it. That's when I saw Duck Hunt smile. You ever seen Duck Hunt really smile?
No.
He's got human teeth.
What?
Yeah, Duck Hunt's got human teeth. And seeing just him like smiling, him grinning and laughing with giant human teeth changed everything about how I saw the character. I used to see him like, oh, he's a dog with a duck. This guy's adorable, like this is such a cool character, blah, 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 whatever. Yeah, the human teeth, seeing him big, nice HD render. But when I mean chompers, bro, I mean chompers. Those things were fucking ginormous. And from then on, I don't think I ever wanted to see Duck Hunt on a giant screen ever again in my life. So there was that. And then I had my first major in Tallahassee, which was Invitational. Went 0-2, your boy. I lost to a gentleman named Frost, who was a banjo. And I'm like, I don't have much experience in the matchup, no big deal. And then Q from down here, round 1, knocks out Tachyon. Tachyon is like, he's from Jacksonville. He's Pichu. I think he's best Pichu in state. I'm not too sure about that. But I know he's like North Florida PR. And I had to fight him in losers round 1. It was fucking awful. I literally go like, all right, I lost my round 1. Quality player, outfunded, whatever. And then Tack pulled up, and I was like, I looked, and I was just like, why? I paid like $15, $20 for this, just to get obliterated, man. Just absolutely just faded. And then we had Gainesville. We had Gatorland. Gatorland was another major, and the best part is that one was free.
Right.
And so it was always high entrance, like always. It was crazy amount of people who show up. So I went there, and you're a college student, you can't afford good stuff. So I bought myself a bottle of Evan Williams, super cheap whiskey. Bottle's $13.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not there to taste good. It's there to just get you to a point. Your boy went 0-2 again. And so I went, well, shit. It looks like I'm drinking a little early. I had a bottle in my bag and a therm, and I would just pour in there. And I was just vibing. Just straight vibing during that. Then Jacksonville had another major, which was Shell Shocked. And that one I didn't play and I spectated in. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to drink, vibe, and just like coach the homies. And that's what I did. And it was pretty fun. And of course, with COVID and everything getting shut down, all of that, there hasn't been a major yet except for Infinity Con, but I couldn't make that unfortunately. Yeah, no, I'm just excited for like the next one. CEO. I heard we're going to be getting one here in West Palm, UltraCon.
Yeah.
Which is like, got me hella hyped because it's an hour away from us. It's perfect. The fact that we get a major that's just an hour from us is brazy. So I can't wait for that. And yeah, and like I said, I had like struggles with Didi just like as a character in the whole thing. And then I played Persona 5 and I'm like, well, I found my new character and it was Joker. And ever since then I've just been playing him, and I would practice with Javi, Diavolo, Mineshaft or L2. Now he's Mineshaft. Saiyan Medic. We've been grinding for like past like year and a half. And yeah, ever since then, like I've just been trying to improve day by day. That's it.
Hey man, that's one hell of a story. One hell of an origin story of your gaming experience from back then to up until now. And who knows? We'll see what more happens next when we do have.
There's always more to come.
Oh yeah, there's always more.
That's the best part. There's always more.
Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and get on with our topics.
Yeah.
All right, so this topic: does Twitch need to be reformed?
So this is about like the whole like hot tub thing going on, right?
The hot tub stuff. There's that. Then now there's the ASMR. There's also
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I heard about that. That someone was like, I saw this on Twitter.
yeah, of all places.
I don't know. I honestly don't take Twitter serious.
Yeah.
I think everyone there's a fucking pansy, and they just need to like chill their shit and just realize there's a whole different world. The moment you look off this screen, there's an entirely different world.
Yeah.
You just have to like see it.
Yeah.
And something was like, I think someone was like actually like giving a blowjob on Twitch. They just didn't show it, and it was considered ASMR. Like Twitch allowed it. I don't know if it's true. I generally don't know, but that's just what I like read. And I'm just like, I hate this platform.
I haven't seen it or heard it, but at the same time, it's like I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay. Yeah, like when it comes to Twitch, I actually don't really like use it that much, ironically. As someone who is also like considered at some point streaming too, I really don't like watch streams that often. Like I watch like I have a few players I like to watch, like say MKLeo or Mars. Mars is a trip because he's the most toxic, vile, like Smash personality. He's PGR, and you can't say shit because it's Mars. Like he'll JV for you, like free. And so like it's just really he's really fun to watch, really cool. But yeah, back to the topic. Yeah, no, that shit's weird, man.
Yeah.
That shit's weird because that like Twitch is supposed to be a gaming platform.
Yeah, literally, that's what it
Like,
started out to
it's
be.
a gaming platform for where people can showcase not only their personalities but their skills as a gamer
Yeah.
to the world, and people can watch.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, you donate money, you subscribe, things like that. You know, a streaming channel essentially.
Yeah.
And hearing all this shit's just bizarre. It's just fucking bizarre.
Yeah.
You know, like the whole thing with like the hot tub. Me personally, I will never complain about beautiful women ever in my life.
Neither have I.
But I'll be real. When I go to Twitch, sure it's nice to see like, okay, beautiful women, she's playing video games, whatever. But they just straight up are like just showcasing their body and not like their personality and the content that they're providing. If I want that, I straight up watch porn, bro.
Yeah.
I just watch porn, or I just watch porn. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, if that's what I want, I just go to that. Twitch, I don't know what they're up to with that. I think what it is for right now, they just have some like gray areas maybe. I haven't really read into like their terms and conditions and things of that nature. But still, it's fucking weird that like they're still like at least not really even addressed. Have they addressed it? Have they like said something about it at least?
Well, when the hot tub thing became very, very popular, because it was literally social media, and they call it the hot tub meta because
Yeah.
you saw one person doing it, then you saw another person doing it, and then a whole slew of women creators started to do it on and whatnot to cash in on the new meta, as they call it. So that's where the hot tub meta came from. And with that, you just see, like, you'll just go on Twitch and your top streams, you'll just see girls in their bikinis in a hot tub.
Yeah, because, like,
and I'm just like...
and this is what I mean by, like, the gray area is that, because what they're doing isn't technically, at least from what I know, by their books and by their standards, it's not wrong, per se.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's not like, yeah, they're in a bikini, whatever, but you go to the fucking beach and it's, you know, you take a picture you can post on Instagram of you in a bikini. It's not going to get taken down, you know? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, like, I just think that some, like, things like that, it's not even the fact that they shouldn't be promoted, per se, or, like, shouldn't be shown as, like, the top trending. I think when it shows the trending is because it's what's, like, being pushed to the top by its algorithm, and it's just a computer, you know, processing that data and just displaying it. But, like, that should just straight up be, like, its own kind of thing. Like, I don't know. I don't know. It's a very, I need to do a little bit more research on it. Like, whatever you can tell me, if you got more stuff, I would love to hear it.
It got to the point where they literally gave the hot tub, beaches, and pool stuff their own category.
Okay.
So they gave them their own category, their own little section, instead of just being like, no, just get rid of it. Like, take it away, because the people who are on Twitch to game to create a healthy, you know, environment where you're not facilitating these kind of behaviors, because now you'll have people go to other female streamers and be like, why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing that?
Yeah, essentially, like, what it's called, the hot tub meta. And that was another thing I was going to, like, bring about, because, like, I was thinking, like, you know, if it had, like, its own thing, and now it apparently has its own thing, but when I think about it, it's also like, but at what point, it's very well more than likely just not going to stop there, you know?
Yeah, because they're going to push it further, because you have creators that are going to see what they can do to keep pushing that envelope, because, hey, as long as I'm not breaking the terms of service,
there's technically nothing wrong, yes.
Yeah.
So,
but then the creators on the site are seeing what's wrong. It's like, yo, this is gonna end badly if you don't correct it now.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna have people harassing other creators who don't do that type of stuff, and that's gonna turn them off and start going to another platform where they don't have to deal with that type of stuff.
Yeah, because now there's, like, YouTube's obviously doing it. Even Facebook.
Yeah.
Facebook has their own gaming thing. I know Mixer is, like, down, right? Like,
yeah, Mixer's done.
Yeah. Which was kind of disappointing, because Twitch, what it is just Twitch needs more competition.
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, you just need other people, like, other companies, other services to, like, just provide better incentives and force Twitch to just be better.
Yeah.
Because I can't keep track of, like, everything Twitch has, like, controversial stuff.
Yeah.
But at least, like, when I, like, just in the general gist of it, Twitch has been on a lot of sus shit.
Yeah.
You know? And it's weird, because they're, like, the monopoly of streaming. You know, you go there, you can make your bank. You know, just oblige by the terms and conditions. You know, watch what you say. You know, don't be nude. Be in a hot tub, but don't be nude.
Yeah, literally. Like, let's just say if you're in your house or whatnot, you can't be in your bra and bikini, because that's unaccepted. But if you're in a setting where a bra and bikini is allowed and it's perfect for that setting, then it's okay. So that's where the hot tub, the pools, and the beaches streams started to come in, because, hey, we're not breaking terms of service. We're in our bra and bikini in the correct setting, so it should be fine. And now with the ASMR, it's like, my God.
I don't know about that one. ASMR in general, just, like, it gives me anxiety for the most part. It really depends. For me, I prefer, like, white noise, like rain. I love it when it rains.
Yeah.
You know, things like that. But, like, ASMR when people are, like, eating, bro, I don't know how.
Yeah.
I personally...
I don't either.
To each their own merits.
Yeah.
Everyone's their own self. you don't pay my bills, so I'm not gonna judge you. I'm not gonna say shit. Me? I don't know, man.
Nah.
I watched one video because I had a coworker who was like, "Oh, you haven't like heard eating ASMR?" And I was like, I've heard of it, but I haven't heard it. And she was like, "Oh, you want to check it out?" So I was like, "You know what? Sure, I'll check it out. I'll see what it's about." It was horrible.
Yeah.
I thought it was just a horrible experience, and I just never want to go through that again. And then now, like, so what are they doing in regards to like ASMR? Like, what is this what ASMR are they doing exactly?
Licking the microphone, slurping on stuff. Like they're literally making it as sexual as possible.
Oh
and
my God.
one of the creators, she goes by the name of Amaranth or whatnot. She was doing ASMR, but she's in her tight leggings, spandex, or whatnot. Her ass is completely showing, and in the shot, you can you don't see, you barely see the microphone and her just doing whatever sexual noises that she want, but you just see her whole entire ass. That's all you see.
Bro, oh my God. And the funniest thing is, for years, shit like this has been happening where there was always those like streamer chicks who they wear the push-up bras and they have like the V-cut shirt and they have their titties like practically popping out. But that was something that was like made fun of. You know, that's like the weird thing. It's like this was something that was like,
And we call those titty streamers.
yeah, there you go, titty streamers, yeah. And like, I can get why some people would just straight up like that, but to have it just like, I think Twitch right now, from the data I'm gathering, from what you're telling me, and from what I'm hearing, and you know, putting everything together, ironically enough, they had a central idea, but the execution, which the concept comes in, is too general.
Yeah.
And I think that's just something like, even if Twitch created its own website, 18 and up, where like whoever they want, this could be guy, girl, they, them, whoever, they could just be straight fucking nude and stream. If that's your thing, that's your thing, but they could at least like have a separate website. And nowadays, like, if you need proof 18 and up, you could actually have like whoever's creating the account send their ID over, like a picture of their ID. Like when I used to buy vape products online, unless you had an account in which like everything was set up, you had to send a picture of your ID.
Right.
And that's something like I think they can do, and I think will benefit both parties. Because I also, to an extent, don't think it's fair for those who are like doing what they're doing in the hot tub, because they're technically not breaking the rules.
Yeah.
And they also like make a living off what they do. I just think they need their own shit. Twitch gets their own actual shit, what they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
And I think both parties will be happy that way.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's Amazon too. Amazon's got the bread to just open up another domain and just do it. And they'll make money off it. And even if they don't want to do that, another company could. Even a fucking porn site can do that, honestly. Just porn gaming. And it's not even like porn that's being shown while they're gaming. Like, you're not going to be gaming while you're fucking. Well, hey, you know what? You know what, man? In the world of porn, anything's possible.
Yeah.
But, like, porn stars nowadays, like, are starting to become, like, streamers.
Yeah.
And, like, they've always, like, starting to get into video games. They could have, like, their own platform. Like, their own site. And
yeah, because they see where the money's at, and they're just going to go where the money's at.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
where the attention is at.
And if there's no legal disputes or there's nothing illegal, then at the end of the day, it's
free real estate.
It's free real estate. That's it. So yeah, Twitch is just on some such shit like always.
Yeah, that platform needs to be reformed. Otherwise, it's gonna be doomed.
Because at what point does it end?
Yeah, because there's gonna be people that's gonna keep pushing it and see what I can get away with for the time being, and then it's gonna get to the point where it's like you're like, and it's been said on record that you have the people at Twitch, like the staff, literally playing favorites because they're allowing creators getting away with certain stuff that they don't allow other creators to do. Like
that's the other problem as well. That's just bad practice.
Yeah.
Like sure it brings them the money, but like at the end of the day it hurts the community.
Yeah.
And like for example, you look at a business, say like you could throw Walmart, a big corporation, whatever. You could throw any company.
Yeah.
They donate $100,000 to St. Jude's Children's Hospital as an example, right? Mm-hmm. everyone outside of Walmart sees that, oh, that's such a nice thing, that's a sweet thing. Jude sees it as, oh, cool, thanks Walmart, we get money, help us with research, whatever. Walmart just sees it as a cost for marketing, you know. But they have that kind of excuse of like sounding like a good person as well.
Yeah.
So like that's kind of also how like it ties in. It's weird, man. I don't know. Twitch just
Yeah, Twitch needs to be reformed
Big time,
before
yeah.
it's too late. Like, if Mixer didn't go away, this would have been the perfect time for Mixer to
scoop in.
scoop in and be like, "Hey, we're not gonna treat you how Twitch does it and whatnot. We do right by our creators. We are a gaming streaming platform and gaming streaming only. And even if there's like stuff like there's some people that like to do their own music, podcasts, in real life, but they keep it completely clean and whatnot. Then that would have been a perfect platform for them. That would have been a perfect moment to shine. But of course, I'll talk on Mixer on another subject on another time where now would have been a good time for Mixer to take over or whatnot, but
Yeah.
Mixer's no longer. So
Yeah, we have to hope for YouTube or Facebook.
Yep.
But we really need like some other independent streaming site,
Oh,
not
yeah.
something like YouTube where, like YouTube makes sense.
yeah,
Facebook to an extent makes sense, but Facebook's kind of like semi-obsolete. It's weird. They're like the one ghost that keeps haunting you but doesn't scare you.
yeah,
Like it just shows up and you're like, oh, you're there, okay, but it doesn't haunt you. It's really weird. So like I think we definitely could use another platform, that is more true to its concept, honest, doesn't play favoritism. Like you
Yeah.
fuck up,
yeah.
kind of deal, and
Because you want to protect your brand and what your
Yeah.
brand like. You want to protect the integrity of your brand at the end of the day, and it's like people are starting to see that with Twitch, where it's like y'all not protecting y'all brand integrity because you're allowing certain things to go by, and because hey, these people are bringing money in.
yeah.
They're
And they
bringing
rather
money
keep
in.
that, but that's just them thinking so short term.
Yeah,
Because in the long term, in reality, Twitch can just gaming's a billion-dollar industry now.
Yeah.
Like it's big, it's worldwide. It's something that pretty much everyone does nowadays.
yeah, and it's continually to
And,
keep growing.
and it's continuously growing. Like games back then used to be relatively cheap to make. Now they're expensive as fuck. Like, and it makes it so hard for indie games. That's a whole other conversation. But like, the point is that it's a big industry, and Twitch
Yeah.
can just easily just monopolize.
Yeah.
And just like actually be a good platform. But when you're a monopoly and there's no competition, you can do whatever you want, and you're not going to face any repercussions.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's
Like-
just it's about where I stand on it. I would say.
All right. Next topic: thoughts on Battlefield 2042 gameplay reveal.
Now, I've seen like little pieces of the trailer. I'm gonna actually check it out right now. But isn't it like Isn't it in like the future? Like it's futuristic now.
It's a little bit.
Okay.
It's set in the future, but there's also some modern elements to it. So it's like it's modern, but it's like a little bit more to the future. It's not like super future, like hundreds of years into the future. But it's more so like.
Sorry, I'm just pausing it. Please keep going.
But it's set more in like maybe you're looking at maybe 10, 20 years, and things are a little bit more advanced, and then of course, but you still have your modern day stuff.
Yeah, and it's really interesting because I've noticed this is kind of like a trend with FPSs. Is that the first ones to like actually do this transition from like old to modern to like more futuristic stuff was COD.
Yeah.
COD originally started off as World War II shooters, and then COD 4 came out, and everyone lost their minds because it was a modern shooter,
Yep.
and it was a great shooter. Not to mention, that Infinity War team, miss them.
Yeah.
Miss them heavy. Not gonna
Yeah.
lie, but they are Respawn, and they making Titanfall 3 right now. We out here, anyways. And yeah, like it's so bizarre the way like things trend. So I'll put into context. People, things get stale quick,
Yeah.
especially when things are released in big numbers. Things
Yeah.
get stale really quickly, and people got tired of just like all the modern shooting, myself included. And we want to see things like, take some like creative liberties. and like showcase a future that we don't know if it's for certain or not certain. But take some creative liberties. Don't use what we have nowadays and like build off of it. There's nothing wrong with that, but we needed something fresh. And so with that, we got Black Ops. What was it? Black Ops 2, where it was in the future, but the core of it was still very boots on the ground. It just everything really
a bit modern.
Yeah, it was a bit modern, but everything looked mostly futuristic. It was like kind of what I would expect for this, considering like the date of the game 2042 and it's Battlefield as well. And then we got Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, Advanced Warfare. What else? That was like super futuristic. Infinity Warfare.
Did the mic go low? No, because someone in the chat saying mic went low. I think your mic went low.
Oh, it went low? What does that mean?
Meaning the microphone volume. So I would say push yours a little bit more closer to you.
Okay, is that better?
Oh, yeah, that's better.
Oh, okay. Thank you. And yeah, there was like it's just like this trend where, like I said, things get stale, and then we got all these future games, like futuristic games, where they just like shoved it up our ass.
Oh yeah.
Like they just said, "Fuck it, here comes the next load, baby." And then it was Advanced Warfare, Infinite Warfare, Black Ops 4, and like it got up to jetpacks and the whole thing. And I'm kind of like I have to see the trailer to like truthfully say this, like to say it with like full integrity.
Yeah.
But I don't want to go through that again, because then we went back to World War II. COD did it. World War II, Battlefield, World War I, which was fucking great.
Oh yeah.
Battlefield 1 is still one of my favorite like shooter games. I think phenomenal game. What's it called? Yeah, and then they went back, and then things got modern again with COD, and then Battlefield after, what is it, 5 or V?
5.
It's just 5. Okay, it's a Roman numeral then. All right.
That was the one where they went World War II.
Yeah, and I didn't play it, but I heard it was pretty sus.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it was just shit. That's what I heard.
Yeah, like it literally, like the community didn't stay very long in that game. Some of them went back to either playing Battlefield 1 or
4.
Battlefield 4.
Yeah, I remember 4. 4 was tight. 4 was pretty tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even with the trailer of 2042, good news is that DICE has increased the servers for Battlefield 4. So now, because of 2042, there has been a huge resurgence in Battlefield 4.
Okay, cool. That makes sense. And plus, it's going to give them like a closer, it's going to feel closer to what the game actually like is, because obviously World War I and modern day will be closer to 2042.
Yeah.
It's just obvious.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see this trailer real quick. Let's see it.
Alrighty.
I want to make sure it's not too loud. Let me see. I'm not halfway. All right.
Yeah, I want to see your impressions on this.
Yeah, fuck it. Hold up. What the fuck's a tornado doing here, bro? Dog. I thought I was watching Just Cause for half a second. Hold up. I gotta see this again. Damn.
We're getting a live reaction, y'all, on the podcast.
Bro, it's a fat tornado too. Oh, all right, hold on. I gotta scrub it back a little bit. I can't scrub for shit. Oh, there we go. All right, cool. I want to get like a good look at it. There it is. What the fuck is that, bro? This is a multiplayer. Why is this a multiplayer, bro?
Levolution, man.
Bro, all right, I digs with it. Natural hazards in a shooter is actually such a cool idea now that I think about it. I'm going to keep watching.
Attention all squads. The Russian troops are falling back. Do whatever you can to
That's pretty. That's a...
we push them back, but not far enough. Do not let them regroup.
It's gonna have narrative too. Grapple hooks. Yes. Yes. Something about shooters and grapple hooks just do something different to me. It's a sandstorm. Dude, what the fuck? Oh my god, bro. This looks so sick. Bro! Yeah, yeah, yeah. Dude, this game's so... They're... Okay. What the fuck is this? Bro, my dog.
I want to hear it. What's your impressions?
Okay, like I said earlier, I think one of the coolest thing about this is the natural weather.
Yeah.
The fact that it's just a hazard that comes in and fucks everyone up, not just you or your opponent, fucks everyone, but it also changes the map. Like Battlefield has always done really good at changing the dynamics of the map because of how destructible the environment is. Like, dude, I played Battlefield 1 like years ago, and I straight up was getting shot by 3 different guys. I almost died. I ran into a building, and all of a sudden a tank burst through the wall and ran me over. It was the most like metal fucking experience I've ever had in a shooter, and for that, like, it'll always be like imprinted in my brain of like, this is war. This is like actually like sick as shit. That was awesome. So the reason why I popped off with the grapple hook is my favorite shooter of all time is Titanfall 2. Of all time, I think it's just like the most well-rounded, the most fun, polished game. It's aged like fucking wine. I still play it to this day, and I use the grapple loadout. So like, you can grapple to people, kick them right in the face. You can grapple anywhere, parkour, all of that stuff. So seeing first-person shooter with a grapple hook, and the inner showman in me wants to put on a show. So I would just like grapple and just shoot people and just do crazy shit, chain grapples, all of that stuff. So that was really cool. Like I said, it's still true to its core. The fact that it's of course Battlefield. That's the one thing they've always been consistent at and done consistently well is building off itself. And honestly, for that little bit we saw, bro, it was absolutely fucking incredible. Like straight up.
Yeah.
Like I've actually never been like, well, I want to say never, but I rarely get like blown away by a gameplay trailer like that. Like very rarely. Like that's super cool. Like if they were to release it on the PS4, I wouldn't even buy it because I want to play it on a PS5.
Yeah.
It's one of those games that's just like, nope. I'm not buying it. Like the new Resident Evil, Spider-Man Miles Morales. I haven't played those games yet because I'm waiting till I get a PS5 and that's when I play. This is on the list now. So that's number 3. But dude, holy shit, man.
I know.
Like just holy shit. I was just blown away with just how chaotic it is. It's more chaotic than usual, I would say, but I like that. I've always liked a little bit of chaos.
128 players.
120. Yeah, no, it's got to be big. It's got to be 120.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. That's definitely a midnight. Stay up till 4 a.m. And then show up to work at 8 o'clock. Absolutely demolished and go, hey Frankie, you okay? And be like, and I look at him with bags in my eyes, a man who's got the face of dread, and go, I'm living my best fucking life. Living my best life right now. Dude, that looked amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I'm definitely going to throw that on my list, like I said. Just, yes. I need to at least see, like, parts of it one more time. I'll go to, like, right here. Oh, this was... Yeah, like with the sandstorm that kicked up, and the fact that like it actually adds like hills, for the map, just like it literally kind of like layers it out. It's really cool because it just adds like a whole new dynamic of covering.
Right.
Meaning like there's different angles you can play at, and with different angles there's different mix-ups and different positionings. Just awesome. And plus this vehicle, driving the vehicles looks so satisfying. Like they look very just smooth. Especially flying. What the fuck? Every time I see that tornado. I want to see when it snows. The like snowstorms pulling up.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want to see next. Also, there's loadout changings.
Yeah,
Amazing.
that's going to be a game changer that you could just change your loadout on the fly.
Yeah, because Call of Duty now does that, but you have to pause the game, leave yourself inactive, essentially, and go through the loadout. For this, you could just do it real quick. I'm sure they'll probably have, like, a preset of 3 attachments, and you just cycle. Mm-hmm. But that's still way better than pausing, going through the loadout, changing whatever you want, and pretty much building a new gun.
Mm-hmm.
But you lose a lot of time, and you leave your team like unmanned, and you also put yourself out there for just like dying because you're like in their view AFK.
Yeah.
So that's really cool, just switching on the fly like that. That's just like, yeah, the C4 and the fucking ATV. That's like
classic Battlefield.
Yep. And it doesn't look like too futuristic as well. It looks like a reality in which it could actually like be a reality.
Yeah.
Down the line. Like literally Miami looks like this except for like the shapes of the building, but in terms of like the lighting, it just like already looks like Miami. But I know this is like Dubai. This has to be like Saudi Arabia, not Saudi Arabia. This has to be like Dubai. It's a desert. It's nice as hell. I want to blow up that rocket. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to blow it up. I'm going to blow it the fuck up. And I'm also going to ride it, too, with the grapple. I'm also going to ride it. I might die in the game for riding.
But it'll be worth it. It'll be worth experimenting.
100%. You just shoot that at a point to where, like, you can't retract as it's, like, going up, so you kind of create that gap. Mm-hmm. And you just vibe with it, bro.
Exactly.
Just go out. That was cool, man. Thanks for like actually like making that a topic, because I was like, new Battlefield. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. I like the Battlefield games, but I was like, whatever. But thank you, bro.
Yeah, not a problem.
My eyes have been opened.
All right. Next topic. Guilty Gear Strive impressions. Have you played it? Have you seen it?
I've seen it. I unfortunately haven't played it yet. I know one of my boys, my friend. Mineshaft, he has it. He's been playing a little bit, and Artie Joe, Local Ken.
Yeah.
He's been grinding, bro. Grinding. And the game, it looks fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I love the art style. I've listened to some of the music. Music's great.
Yeah.
Music's great. The first time I heard of Guilty Gear was from my cousin when the last Guilty Gear came out. I think it came out when the previous generation, the PS4, Xbox One. It came out for Xbox, didn't it, first? I think.
No, Guilty Gear came out in PS2 first.
Yeah. I'm talking the last Guilty Gear that it came out. Not Strive, the one before that.
I think it was Exerd something. I think Revelator.
Yeah, I don't really remember, but he always told me, he's like, yeah, the games are like pretty tight and all that, like cool fighting games. I'm like, all right, I saw it again, another niche thing. But man, I was watching that shit. That shit's smooth, bro. That shit moves like butter. Like watching it is so nice, and just like the way your opponent gets knocked off the stage too, like when you defeat them was like really cool. What do they call that? Striking? When you strike them? Something like that?
A slash.
Slash?
Yeah.
Slash. Okay.
And then, of course, when you have someone up on the corner of the wall or whatnot, and you keep, damaging them, then that wall breaks and it goes to another area.
That reminded me of Dragon Ball, and I thought it was super fucking cool. Like, I think it was like Kaioken 2. Which one was it? 1 or 2 that they first introduced? Like when you fight an enemy when you're fighting and then you go to another part of the stage.
That was on the Dragon Ball Z Budokai series.
That was Budokai series? Oh,
Yeah.
You're right. It was Budokai. It was Budokai. Yeah. No, that was cool, and it reminded me of that. And I definitely something I don't think I'm gonna get anytime soon.
Right.
Maybe down the line, because right now I'm just like kind of focused on Smash. And sure, I would play Guilty Gear for fun. Like I wouldn't mind picking it up. The one thing I heard that's really cool about it, it's easy to pick up but hard to master.
Yeah.
And those are like my favorite kind of games, because it's always great to be able to be welcomed into a video game easily.
Yeah.
Whether it's a simple concept or the controls or things like that, but to also just have that high like skill ceiling to where like you have so much like range for you to develop as a player and like have your own style and have your own way of play, but also have it be like effective. I think it's pretty cool, and it's something I would like actually consider in due time. In due time I will. So I'll play it. I'll give it a try. Probably next time I go over to Mineshaft's crib, I'll ask if we can get some games so I can like get a proper impression. But just from my eyes alone, it is super cool to watch.
Yeah.
I love the characters' designs. I love the way they just move. Like the movement in the game is crisp.
Yeah.
It's absolutely crisp. And correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I heard of it, the game, like, doesn't it like promote like aggression?
Yeah, it promotes you to be a bit aggressive.
Oh, that's what I want. I love aggressive play.
Yeah, like you really want to get in and just start bodying the person, because there are some characters that are specific. Like one of the characters, well, there's 2 of them. Mm-hmm. One is Giovanna and the other one is Eno. They're rush down characters.
Okay.
Meaning you're rushing in and you're just going to town on them. And Giovanna, I started picking her up because she was very easy for me to use, but hard to master because it's for games like Guilty Gear. It's like I need an arcade stick. I need an arcade stick to play that game. So
you need an arcade pad, yeah.
Yeah, to be precise. And then I said, all right, let me chill with Giovanna. Let me use this other character, Nagori Yuki. Big black samurai guy with a huge sword, and his build is pretty much like a one-shot build. Like he's a power character, but he has a flaw where when he goes into his blood rage, your health starts going down.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay. So, like, how does this Bloodshot Rage work? Like, do you just activate it when you want, or
when you do certain moves, it builds up your blood rage.
Okay.
And then it gets to a point.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and it for me, it's like, okay, I don't want my blood rage to fill up because it's gonna give me more power, more range, but I'm losing a lot of health in the process.
Yeah, so you really have to like understand what you're trading with.
Yeah.
And, like, it's all situational. That's cool. That's cool.
Like if I rush with him, I have to literally beat the opponent as quickly as possible, and then if I get a meter to use one of my overdrives, then I can just use my overdrive. Like when he goes into blood rage, I can use his overdrive, and it does so much damage. Like I think over 60% of damage.
Nagoriyuki, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because right now I'm on the website and I'm looking at all the characters. And I'm seeing like they have like archetypes here, like you said,
Nagori Yuki.
Nagori Yuki. Yeah, it says like one shot, and then Leo balance. Okay, Giovanna Rush. Okay, these are some cool fucking designs, man.
And I like how
the fuck is Faust? What is this guy?
Yeah, Faust is a tricky player. Like,
okay,
I've seen some crazy shit with Faust players. Crazy shit, like. His mix-up game, his trap game is just bonkers.
Yeah? Oh, he looks like a kind of character I'd want to play. Oh, they even have, like, a little, like, 5-star rating system to see easy.
Yeah, easy to use. Like, the more the stars, the easier they are to use. The less the stars, then...
the harder.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Faust, he's very tricky, but in the right hands, he's very annoying. Like, you can literally be a complete troll, a complete dick to people.
That sounds like my kind of character, man. That sounds like my kind of character, bro. I'm not gonna front. Yeah, no, he looks sick. Hold on, let me see. They have introducing Faust. They have like, I want to see if this is like gameplay. Cause I like his design. Like his design's very bizarre, and these are kind of characters I like. I like just weird, outstanding. I locked the pad. Awesome. It is unlocked. There we go. There we go. Wanna watch it with me? We'll watch it.
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck? He just ate him. Dude, this guy looks fucking cool as shit. I love his design. I love his design. I love it.
That is just a small taste of what he can do. Like, he can lay some bombs on the ground or whatnot, and you could really set up some people up for some serious damage.
Yeah? Huh.
Like, his mix-up game is just, like, once you use him and you start getting good with him, yeah.
He's a nightmare.
Yeah, he's a nightmare, and people get annoyed fighting him.
Oh, man. I love it. I love it. So who's, like... I would say
it would be Faust, and there's another guy, Zato. He's a little bit similar to Faust, but another annoying ass playstyle because he has this shadow that also fights with him and whatnot. So it's like you're literally fighting two people, and you can play some serious mind games with people.
Okay.
With Zato and Faust.
Zato and Faust. All right, I'm gonna see this guy. So who can?
Because I was playing online, and those were the two characters I hate fighting against because you're just like, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm using Nagori Yuki, and he's such a huge tank.
Okay, and you have just these characters who's just picking apart your defense.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. That like makes sense too, archetype wise. But like, let's see. Oh, we good. This is Zato. This dude built like a JoJo character. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yo, what?
Yeah.
Okay. That's pretty cool. I like his design too. I'll have to see a little bit more. I want to see how like he actually him actually fighting. Who's like I'm not gonna say the most busted character or necessarily the best character because the game's very early. But who are people throwing up there with? Like who I would say like the top 3. You would say.
Faust is one of them.
Yeah, you top 3.
Faust is one of them.
Okay.
I would go with Faust. There's Chip, who's really really fast.
Already Joe plays him, and I heard he has a very good chip.
Yeah.
So I wanna see his chip. Okay.
And it's Faust. I know Chip is a problem. And maybe Zato. Or what was the other chick name? Milia. Where her hair can be like a scythe or like a
yeah?
bust.
Oh, that's cool. Nah, man, these characters so I have to ask what is I wonder what's like the inspiration for these characters because like they seem original and they obviously are like original characters, but everything original comes from somewhere. Like there's always a muse, so I'm trying to figure out like what is like the muse between these characters. But this just like also so original too.
I don't know much of Guilty Gear because my first one was on Xrd Sign, and I didn't play it as heavy. That was like my very first one, and I didn't understand the world or the lore of Guilty Gear. But when Strive came out, I was like, now is the perfect time for me to actually get into this game, learn about the lore, the characters, the universe, everything within it, so that way I can be more in tune with this game.
Okay.
And the fact that it released in the summer where there are no other fighters coming out, it's a perfect time for them to finally get their shine because Guilty Gear is one of those games that people know of it, but it's like very, very underrated.
Okay.
So the fact that it came out this time at this year,
The only fighting game, really.
yeah, this is their moment to shine.
Which is perfect. Yeah. No, it's really cool.
And here in the South Florida scene, people are excited about it, and like people have been hitting me up on either on Twitter or on Discord. Is Flynn's gonna do Guilty Gear? And I was like, yes.
Okay, cool.
We're gonna do do
right.
Guilty Gear. It's gonna be every Sunday.
All right. That sounds awesome. What time do you think maybe?
7.
7 at night?
Mm-hmm.
It's perfect. Because if I do decide to get into it, I get off work at 4:30. So that's buenísimo. Buenísimo. Dude, this is cool, man. This is like, I'm going to speak to my boys and like, I'll probably start by playing at their house and getting into it. Definitely going to learn about Faust.
You're gonna. I'm telling you,
I
man.
love
Once
I love this dude's design. He's just so bizarre and like freaky.
Yes.
It's so cool.
Because it's just like, bro, you don't know what to expect. Like, you don't know because he could come from above, he could come at you straight. Like, you just don't know what to expect. And if I beat a Faust player, then I'll be like, okay, this guy's still learning this character, so I'm like, fine, okay. But if I get my ass worked to the point where it's just like, I don't know, I can't predict this person, it's just like, I just like, let me just put my controller down because I don't even know what the hell I'm doing. I'm blocking, but it's like, he's just coming at me everywhere.
Yeah, he's just putting pressure.
And then it's just like, you just can't figure him out. And of course, you can be a dick with him.
Oh, the moment you told me that, bro. I don't know. I look at all the characters and I weirdly click with this guy. I've always like I said, I always like the bizarre characters, man. The more outstanding, the better. I love weird shit. I'm weird. I love weird shit.
All right, let's go to our next topic, and that is Kazuya has been announced for Smash.
Okay, so yeah. First things first. We love Shotos. I hope this goes on Twitter. Kazuya the Shoto. I can't wait to play him. I'm probably going to main him. All right, just kidding. To be real, Tekken is also another fighting game that I've wanted to get into too, mostly because of its technicalities. I heard it's like a lot of things are very frame perfect.
Yeah.
And things like that. Like, I love technical shit. It's cool. And my cousin loves Tekken. I don't really know like too much about it, to tell you the truth. I have dabbled in it a little bit. You know what? Let's do this. Guess who's the one character I love to play in Tekken?
Who?
Just take a guess.
Let me guess. Eddie.
Nope.
Jin, Heihachi, Kazuya, Bob, Law, Raven,
Roy Jr.
the Kangaroo.
The kangaroo, bro. I'm telling you, bro. The fucking kangaroo. When I played Tekken, and I wouldn't even say played Tekken. I did play Tekken, for fun. Roy Jr., bro. I love kangaroos. They're one of my favorite animals. And I saw him like, what the fuck? I'm playing him. And I did. And I would play with my cousin, Roy Jr. Garbage-ass character. But he was fun.
Yeah.
He was fun. And that's just always been like my thing with Tekken. I always have that connection with Tekken. It's Roy Jr. So, seeing Kazuya, right? That's his name? Yeah, isn't he like the new protagonist for the Tekken series? Like he's after Heihachi?
Yeah, because Heihachi is his dad.
Oh, hey, okay, cool. Yeah, like,
It
just makes sense.
Jin Kazama, Kazuya Mishima, and Heihachi Mishima, they're all related. All of them are related. So it's just Heihachi, the dad, Kazuya, the son, Jin, the son of Kazuya, and the grandson of Heihachi. And those three are always fighting. It's just a family of just father and son just fighting.
They always try to get licks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and trying to one up each other or whatnot. And with Kazuya being announced for Smash, which I was just like, bruh, really?
Yeah.
They're adding a Tekken character in Smash.
Bro, his fucking reveal trailer was so raw. Like, he's just dropping all these characters into a volcano, bro. Like, I just see Ganon, then I'm like, oh, Ganon got clapped up. I'm like, Breath of the Wild 2, just like everyone else. Breath of the Wild 2. I played a little bit of Breath of the Wild 1, and I was like, all right, cool. And I just see, you just get thrown into a volcano. I see Kazuya, and I'm just like, who is this guy? He's raw as fuck. He just threw the King of Darkness into a volcano. And then, like, you know, they showcase the character, the whole thing. And then all of a sudden, he's throwing fucking Falcon. He throws Pit. He throws Min Min. He throws Mario. I'm like, yo, he's stacking up. All these Nintendo, like, first parties are just getting clapped up by this dude. And plus, like, his move kit from what we saw was really cool. Like, it looks really cool. Plus, the fact that he has, like, a 10-hit combo. Which,
yep.
You know what's funny? It shouldn't be a thing, but it also should be, because people forget Smash is supposed to be extremely unorthodox.
Yeah.
Like, when people play, and this is, like, very valid, when people get cheesed. Like, I was playing Diablo yesterday. I had him at, like, 180. He was on ledge, and I did, like, the Rainfall, which is when Joker, like, he shoots his first gun, and then he jumps up and he shoots quickly. The man got popped up into the bottom of PS2 and it just like dropped straight down into like an unreactable tech situation. Like shit like that. It's just like all these like cheese and gimmicks and things like that. Like every character's got all this stuff built into them. It's part of the game, and like seeing yet another fucking command input character, it's going to be the death of me, because characters I just can't. The fact that I can die at like 80+% at any time. I play neutral. I win neutral 5 times. I get him at a good enough percent, and I whiff once, and I die. The man needs to win neutral 3 times. That's it. like minimum 3 times is what like a Shoto or Terry needs to just like actually win. And it's just like, it's not frustrating because it keeps me honest, but it's also like, why do you have this?
Yeah.
At the same time, it makes sense too. And also, the character's inclusion just makes sense. I wouldn't even be surprised if we're not going to, but I wouldn't be surprised if we got another, like, fighting game community character in Smash. I wouldn't even be surprised. They could throw in a Guilty Gear character. I wouldn't be surprised.
Or Mortal Kombat. Yeah.
I would not be surprised, because Sakurai made Smash to be a fighting game that everyone can get into and play.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't supposed to be competitive. Like, he didn't want it to be a competitive game. There's a reason why he put 4 players, items, a stage, you know, and like the TV being the death zone, like setting the character off the TV essentially, like be a thing. But like the character's inclusion makes sense. He looks cool. I can't wait till he drops. I'm gonna hit up my boy Artie Joe, and I'm gonna get some training to learn about, you know, quarter circles, because I can do quarter circles for like ledge trumping. But after that, bro, I'm a Smash player, dog. I shit my pants, bro. I shit my pants when you got to do all these half circles, bro. Bro, I shit my pants. Like, even when I was a little kid, bro, I hated using the stick because I would always fuck up my command input. So I used D-pad, bro. I used D-pad and destroyed my fucking thumbs every time I played like a traditional fighting game.
Joy-Con in the chat says, "Oh, you want to talk about cheese and Smash?"
We don't talk about cheese, bro. Let's talk about back throw to back air on Little Mac, and just me going, yeah, I got fundies. Sorry, Joy-Con, I love you. I don't know. I don't love your character though. I gotta keep it real. I don't love your character. I can't. Like, Little Mac's one of those characters where you know the character's garbage, but you also know, like, there's that, even, I don't care who you are, but there's that little bit that knows, damn, I could lose to this guy. Because fighting Little Mac on the ground is the worst fucking thing ever. Like, it literally is. Like, don't ever, I don't know if you know this, but if you ever have to fight Joy-Con or any other Little Mac, one strike, and strike Final Destination at all costs. Don't play him on that flat stage, bro. That's a boxing ring for Mac. That's a boxing ring. Literally every time I play Joy-Con, first ban off rip. Hey, yo, FD. And I always ban Yoshi's because I just naturally hate that stage. It actually works good for Joker, except for the slants because of the wall. But there's so much I dislike about Yoshi's. Anywho, but yeah, no. Don't take Little Mac to FD. Don't do it. It's like those memes where it's like Peter Griffin running and it says like don't, and then it goes, don't search up this on Rule 34, whatever the fuck. This is one of those cases, bro. At all costs, I cannot stress this. Do not take Little Mac to FD.
All right, in the chat, Coven says, "Give me Bob." Bob is the character from Tekken.
Okay.
He's a big fat dude, but he can move so quick.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah. Let me look at him so I can like properly remember. But I know who Bob is. I know this guy.
Alex is nasty. Says, "Johnny Cage, please, for Smash."
I vouch.
Yeah, I would love to see Johnny. Like
He'd be the perfect.
Yeah,
He'd be
Johnny
perfect.
Cage would be perfect for Smash.
Like just his character as is, he'd just be.
Yeah.
Bro, it would be like they would be like showing Scorpion and Sub-Zero fighting, and like you would think one of them gets bodied, and then all of a sudden Johnny Cage comes out, fucking put like body Scorpion, puts on his sunglasses. This fat fuck, yeah. No, I know a little bit about him. Why is there a skinny Bob? Slim Bob. What is Slim Bob?
I think that was more of a joke character in Tekken Tag 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joy-Con says, "I don't love Joker either."
That's respectable, bro. Joker's got like a very prejudiced move kit. Like back air, every time that move comes out, I swear to God, the man says some sort of like racist, homophobic, transphobic, whatever you want slur. Just a slur comes out every time that move comes out. Straight up. And
Coven says, "Take Mario to Yoshi's.
no.
Take Little Mac, Luigi, Peach, and Greninja to FD. Thank you."
No. I don't know. Wait, who is this gentleman?
Coven.
You tell Coven to get off the stream. That's, bro. I don't know what kind of propaganda he's spitting, but it ain't it. Bro, that is not it. That is not. Oh man, but nah, bro. I have to see like Bob actually like play for me to properly remember. But I know the character. I've seen him. And
Okay.
the fact that he can fucking move is just like not cool. Is he like a defensive type, like archetype character who can move? Cause that's scary.
Defensive? No, he's aggressive.
He's aggressive.
Yeah.
It's just he's fat as hell.
Yeah.
So that's like kind of the running joke.
And he's fast too. Like his mix-ups are.
Yeah.
Like, don't sleep on Bob. That's all I'm gonna say. Take Joker to Yoshi's. Coven.
You know what? Yeah, you could take Joker to Yoshi's. I personally just don't like the slants because they just fuck up their conversions. And like sometimes like if I get a fair one and it pops my opponent up on the platform and more so is the right side or left side of the stage depending of the platform, I have to like.
Let me answer this question. Alex, my PS5's here. I'm gonna have it set up. I'm gonna have it set up early, so if anyone wants to play friendlies or whatnot to practice for MK5, it'll be there. But no, my PS5 is gonna be used for Guilty Gear Strive. But the two PS4s that have Mortal Kombat 11, they'll be available for anyone that wants to play friendlies. But continue.
But yeah, no, like that little slant doesn't like it takes away my conversion, so I have to kind of like play off that, which is whatever. You know, I'll do what I have to do, but it's just like, come on, man. Like I already got the whiff punish. At least let me just finish my conversion. And I just can't. But yeah, don't take Joker to Yoshi's also. Like fighting against like a very good Joker, don't take him to Yoshi's. I would ban against Joker, Yoshi's, and Smashville. I would say Yoshi's and Smashville, because like Kalos, you can the platforms actually take away like down gunning and rainfall at ledge. I still have a wall jump, but it's also easier to camp out Arsene because the stage is so long. But I actually like Kalos. FD is good because there's no platform extensions.
Yeah.
And the rest of the stages are just good. Like they're just good for the character. The character's just Joker's fucking good. What can I say? What can I say? Yeah, I would ban those two stages for sure.
You got something that you're looking up?
Oh, I was looking at Bob. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I have this tendency of just going wee
Gotcha.
la la land. Sorry.
All right, you're good. Our next topic is gaming pet peeves. What are some gaming pet peeves that you got that you want to discuss?
Let's see. This is like I have to think about it, like in the context. Because I play mostly single player games. I do dabble multiplayer games, and I have like Smash, for example. But pet peeves of mine. Definitely like Let me see. Jawning isn't even that bad. It just depends on what you jawn about.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, because like everyone jawns, everyone gets frustrated. Everyone says I deserve to win, and like that's just natural. Like if you haven't said that at least like 5 times, even if it's to yourself, you're not a human being. Like straight up, you're just not. You're not in it. Say that. Gaming pet peeves. This is like I explained it earlier, but gaming pet peeves. Yakuza 3 blocking, 100%. Like when I can't stress this enough. Don't play the game on hard. It was like a lot. It took a lot longer than it needed to. What else? Pet peeves. I would definitely say like poor movement in terms of like mechanics.
Right.
Like actually, let's go back to Kingdom Hearts 3.
Okay.
So that boss fight against Xehanort, right, where you're in Scala ad Calum, and you know when he like distorts everything and pretty much turns it into a Doctor Strange film.
Yeah.
And like the buildings are on the side, and you know how you could like, I think it was called snapshot, which is when you like go to bar. There were so many times in that boss fight when I would want to go to Xehanort so I can like punish him because he left himself open, and then I ended up going to a fucking pole and starting to spin around. Like just like poor like little movement things like that just drive me up the wall. Horrible things like that. Bad driving, like games with bad driving mechanics is like absolutely a fucking nightmare. Like Mafia 3, like they have a mode called like simulated mode. It ain't simulated, it's hot trash. The only thing you're simulating is a baby driving for the first time who just so happened to get pegs to step on the gas pedal, the brake, and arm extensions to steer. It was horrible because like in that game the max you can go is like I think like 80 miles per hour because this is like in the 50s. So cars weren't fast back then,
Yeah.
unless they were competitive. So you would go like 50, 60 miles an hour, and if you had to make like not even like a hard turn but like a wide turn, your car would slide like butter for absolutely no reason. And there's no like manual control either. Like there's no proper way to drift because there's no like there's a handbrake, but there's no like actual like there wasn't any proper implementation like properly drifting. So if you're gonna add like buttery controls, that's fine, but just at least have a way of making turning, like even if it's technical and it takes skill, like something.
Yeah.
Things like that. Actually, let me see. Another pet peeve of mine. I know I got a few. I just got to think about it. I'm trying to think now when I play with other people. Like straight up, I'll be real. I don't really know. Like, I genuinely enjoy playing with people.
Well,
Yeah,
I
I do.
have one, and it's gonna be the same one that I'm gonna keep reiterating.
Spit
But
it.
we're getting better at it, and that is when you're here for the Smash tournaments, just always make sure to disconnect your Pro Controller.
All right. I am going to agree, and I'm going to admit guilt at the same time. I will. I'm an honest man. Because this is what happens. I play set, right? Win or lose doesn't matter. I have my book bag. Reason being is I don't really care for like holding my controller that often, especially since like I go on my phone, I'm drinking water, I'm interacting with people, whatever. So I throw it in my book bag. Now the problem is the moment anything in that controller button gets pressed, the stick gets moved, whatever, it'll turn on and hook right back up. Now thank God, because before what would happen is with Pro controllers, it used to go off where now they updated this, but say we were playing mid-match, right?
Yeah.
And the last person had their Pro controller and they didn't like disconnect it. Because with the Pro controller, there's a button on the top. You just press that and it turns off the controller essentially. And the only way to turn it back on is to move it, but it pairs with the last console. Now what happened is in Smash, even if we're playing mid-set, if that person doesn't like go through the whole process, they only like press the button, and if one of their buttons move, it pauses the fucking set. Pauses the game, and people will have to reconnect their controllers and then go back. That was horrible. When I went to Gatorland, it happened with my opponent. I was actually gonna no, I'm not even a opponent. Yeah, but we were playing friendlies, and before we started, he interrupted a set with his Pro Controller because he connected it, but like I don't think he connected it all the way, or I don't know what happened, but it was TV right across from us, and the man he's playing, he goes. So I looking all around because his set was paused. His game was paused. So he was looking to see who the fuck's Pro Controller. and I just like didn't look. I was like, it wasn't even me, but I felt the vibe, and I was like, no, bro, no. No, bro, don't look at me, dog. Don't look at me. That's how it used to be. And when it came to the character selection screen, now you could just like manually remove people. So like even say I press the top button, and disconnected, like turn off my controller, it was still connected into Smash. So like that, my slot for my character would still show with my tag and the whole thing. But now you could like scroll over and like actually take someone out. The only time they say disconnect your Pro Controller is only during the like character select screen or any other screen other than like the actual game itself. But that is a very fair. But I'll be real, bro. That's just the classic.
Yeah.
The first time I heard that after quarantine and everything, it was music to my ears. I would literally be vibing with the boys. I'd be like, man, what I would do to hear disconnect your Pro Controller. What I would do for it. Like every time the TO yelled it out loud. It was one of my boys, Oob. He's a TO in Tallahassee. And hearing him yell that out, and for him too, he always go, all right, everyone, stop your ultimate friendlies. Just like that. He would like deepen his voice. Like, stop your ultimate friendlies. And bro, that shit was music to my ears, man. I'm just glad offline's back. Fuck, bro. Wi-Fi was never again, man. Never again.
It was stressful.
It wasn't even stressful. It was just hot trash, bro. Hot trash. It destroyed my game style. It destroyed everything about me, bro. I started playing Wi-Fi like if it was offline, and it took me a fat minute to adjust, bro. Even then, sometimes I still do spot dodge down smash, but I get away with it. And if it works, it works. Like, that's another thing about like Ultimate 2 is when you really think about it, there's no such thing as a bad option in Ultimate. Because when things work, they can work. Like, things can actually work. Your opponent can miss position and whiff. Your opponent, of course, could also, like, read and react. But that's up to the player. Really, there's, like, no such thing as, like, a bad option, which is what makes Ultimate, like, very deep also. It's like there's no such thing as, like, a bad option. Like, oh, you shouldn't have done this. Granted, like, yeah, you can say that in terms of, oh, you shouldn't have done this, and you would ask why, and it's like, oh, because you did it for the upteenth millionth time. Like, stop F smashing a neutral, shit like that. But that's a good pet peeve. I know I have another one. I know I do. Let me think. Oh man, let me put myself as a Nintendo fan, a Sonic fan. You know what, Sonic.
Okay.
Sonic itself is a big gaming pet peeve. Just the concept. Sonic's one of my favorite games series of all time. I've like always grown up with it. But they've just treated that character like absolute dog water, bro. Because they would try to make him compete with Mario. Sonic is cool in his own right.
Yeah.
Like his concept is fresh. Like
yeah.
His games, he has classic games. He's still been beloved for like, what has it been now, 25 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 25 fucking years. Why are you trying to make him like Mario, bro?
Yeah,
he's his
like,
own
stop.
guy. Like, you already established, okay, you have another character who is not as big as Mario, but big in his own right. Your name literally got built off of it. Just give him his independence, which I think is what they're going to be doing now, hopefully.
Yeah.
Because Sega, like, this past year or two, I would say, have been, like, really on the fucking dot with their games and their fan service. Like, really good. Like, complete opposite of Nintendo. Nintendo, like, they're okay, but with the Switch, there's a lot more you can do. Like, we're still waiting on themes for the Switch. They could also still run, like, emulators, like how we have the NES and SNES.
Yeah.
Game Boy can work perfectly fine. DS games, yeah, you could even throw DS games. You split half and half. I mean, if I can run the DS game on here and be comfortable, you can do it on the Switch straight up.
Yeah.
And and GameCube too. Like, there's so much more potential with the Switch. It's just the fact that Nintendo is lazy in the regards that they know that their product is gonna still sell no matter what.
Yeah.
So why push for more? You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like, I think they're just struggling with that balance a little bit. So yeah, like, I guess to put in like a category in pet peeves, it's just like publishers and gaming companies just having bad practices sometimes.
All right, and our last topic is the Q&A from social media. And I got one from Alex, who's one of the admin of the Flint's Discord.
Cool.
He asked, would you prefer a horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
Wait a minute. A duck-sized horse? Yeah, that was the first one? Mm-hmm. Or 100...
100 horse-sized... Okay, all right, let me rephrase this again. All right, let me switch it. Would you prefer to battle a horse-sized duck?
Okay.
Or 100 duck-sized horse?
What the fuck? What would I prefer to fight, right?
Yeah. For me, I'm gonna just say, just give me the big bitch. All right, I'm taking them down.
I'll take the big bitch because one big duck would be manageable because ducks aren't fast. They're really they fly and shit, but they're not fast. You can tell when a duck is about to start flying.
Yeah.
Things like that. But 100 of them, nah, bro. They just peck all over your body, bro, and they just pretty much wear you down little by little. And one big boy, yeah, you just bite my head off, but I'm also quicker and smaller, so I can be more nimble.
Yeah.
And yeah, I would just prefer that. Plus, at the end of the day, I ride it, and
exactly.
I have a new mount. So you know what? Yeah, I'll take that.
Alrighty, and for those that are currently watching on stream, if you guys have any other questions that you guys want to ask, now is the time to ask any questions in the chat, and we'll answer them. Whether it's for myself, Waluigi, who isn't here, or our guest, go ahead and answer them, and we'll see what you guys have to ask. Hopefully.
Go ahead. I am an open book right now.
Oh, yeah.
You're not going to get me like this unless I come back, but you won't get me like this, essentially. Do you like tea?
Tea? Nah, I'm not much of a tea drinker.
Really? You should, bro. You should develop a tea palate. It took me a little bit, but I drink tea every fucking day. It changed my life, truly. Tea, every morning I drink that's chai tea for energy. Midday I have green tea, and then at night chamomile. And whenever I'm playing Smash, especially friendlies where I'm just applying a new concept, elderberry lemon tea helps with stress. Dude, tea is so good for stress and sleeping. It's kind of OD, bro. I'm not gonna lie. You just throw a little honey in it if you want it sweeter. Real good stuff, man. I always recommend. I literally go to everyone. I was playing friendlies, we were doing a little Smash Fest. I was with Javi, Diavolo, Airport, CPU, and Choco. And we were just vibing, and we were at the crib, whatever, and I just whipped, literally from my pocket, I just whipped out a bag of tea. I went, yo, my man, you got a kettle? And they were all shook. I'm like, listen, you guys don't understand what you're missing. You apply this to your game plan, it's going to change a lot. It clears your mind, it relaxes you. If you need energy, chai tea is perfect. This, you can literally get any sort of boost you need in life from tea. It's pretty OD. High recommendation.
All right. I'll take your offer on that. Joy-Con asks, is DiscoDude down to come through for a Smash cast on this podcast? What the Smash cast is myself, Waluigi, Joy-Con, you. I'm also gonna bring back DGK and Purple Guy.
Yes.
Would you be down for that?
You already got my answer. Absolutely. Yeah, why not? Yeah. That'd be cool. So, is this, already happening, or is this in the works?
I gotta go. I have to get Purple Guy to. I have to get him onto the podcast and whatnot. So the next time I see him, I'll just ask him about it.
Okay.
And if he's down for it, then I'll have him as a guest, and then after that, we'll plan a date on. We're all in agreement with all right, we'll do it on this Sunday, and it'll be at Flynn's. Hopefully, when we have the other side.
Okay.
So that way we could do it over there. So that way we have the entire place to ourselves, and then just have fun with it. Because usually last time I had a big group podcast, which was the 8-man back in November of last year. It was myself, Waluigi, and 6 other people. It was one lit
Dude.
episode. So it was like, for us guys and for the Smash, it's like,
Dude, I would love to be a part. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
No, it sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are like this. This venue is so fucking cool. It's filled with such cool people and so many different personalities.
yeah.
Like, first time I met Joy-Con, the dude was like, "Hey, yo, you want beer?" I was like, "My man, say less." He got me a Blue Moon, and then I got him a beer right after. I got him a Stella. Yeah,
Hey.
so Joy-Con's the homie. Purple Guy's also a really cool guy, too. I mean, like, you can't miss him. Quite literally, like, you hear him.
Yeah.
And, like, that's just part of his personality. It's really cool. Like, I've met with the guy, I've spoken to him. He's, like, a really cool guy to talk to. He's easygoing. Would you like gum?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really cool, easygoing guy. The other one's like DJK. I know he's on the Discord, but I don't think I've like met him. So yeah, I would love to meet him and everyone else. And yeah,
He's the cheesy Lucas player.
Lucas. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be down for it as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I would be very much down. We'll plan something.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, without any more questions, I guess we can, put a ball on it and wrap this up.
All right.
Yes, sir.
How was that? Well, okay.
I guess that, is that Hobby? Yes, it is. Oh, my
Hold
God.
up, bro, what?
That's Hobby at the door.
My dog.
Oh, dude. Shit. Hey, what's up, man?
Bro, you.
I forgot you guys were doing that.
My dog.
Came from out where?
You came.
I gotta also take a photo of him too. So
No, you're good.
Oh, I forgot to look at stories though, man.
You crashing my podcast, bro.
What's up, King?
You didn't even pull up last night, huh?
I know, I fell asleep.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, it's fair. How was dinner last night though?
It was good. I was waiting for it to die down a bit to come out, or for bracket to die down a bit.
3.
Oh, wait,
Okay.
let me look for something.
3, 2, 1. Bam. Gotcha.
Anyone told you you have a cute smile?
Yeah, of course, bro.
Okay, cool.
All my hoes do.
All your hoes, all you and your one hose.
Joy-Con
My hoe.
Joy-Con says, Javi coming through. Let's go. All right, you have a good time. Javi, I have to get you on the episode one day.
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah. Alrighty, we'll do. Yeah, that was completely unexpected.
Yeah, no, I heard the knocks. I was like, the fuck?
I thought that was Will to coming through and open up. I was like, it was Javi. I'm like, holy shit. Okay. I guess he saw that we're live on the podcast. I was like, all right, since they're there, let me go ahead and just grab my award.
Yeah, no, but shout out to Javi. Honestly, he's been helping me a lot with Smash, and he's a fucking good coach. And I say this to like everyone, if like you ever just like need a hand, and obviously like you're cool with him, whatever. He's a really nice guy, but he's so good at breaking concepts down, and he's good at just like pinpointing where you went wrong and what your weaknesses are.
Right.
Like, he's a fucking smart player, bro. Great to fight against too.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes
absolutely.
frustrating because like he just stuffs everything you try to do out, but he's always a good time. Cool dude.
Yep. Alrighty, well guys, with that being said, I'd like to thank DiscoDude for being our guest on episode 29 of the South Florida Gamers Podcast. Can't wait to have you back on again, especially when the Smashcast is happening. I will definitely keep you in touch.
Thank you. I appreciate that. No, thank you for having me too. This was super fun. It's actually the first time I've been on a podcast. This was pretty tight, man.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for the experience.
Yeah, now you know what to experience, because usually when people come onto the podcast for the very first time, they're very nervous or whatnot because they don't know what to say or what to expect. But once we get that conversation going, you literally just get you get comfortable, just like, all right, now I see what this is about. It's just dudes just talking about gaming and whatnot and our experiences, and that's that.
Yep. All right, perfect.
Yeah. Alrighty, y'all. With that being said, this episode of the podcast is going to be available on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Podcasts, Anchor, and Spotify for our audio-only listeners. And, of course, video playback will be available once the stream is done on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. That being said, I will see you guys on the 4th of July on our next episode. Waluigi will be here with me as well. That's going to be 2 weeks from now with our next guest, so